Spooky Talk Show. And now, coming to you live from a remote location somewhere in the Ozark Mountains, it's the Spooky Talk Show with Josh the Devil. And here he is now, Josh the Devil!
Hey, thank you. Hello, and welcome once again to Spooky Talk Show. I am your host, Josh the Devil, and this is the show that talks about a bunch of boring crap and lame jokes every single Sunday night. Yes, or until I get bored. So, what is going on? That's a trick question. I'll tell you what's going on. No one sounds excited. That's okay.
What?
Increase the nitrous oxide percentage by 10%. Thank you. Okay. Here's what's going on. A Russian zoo. I know you're wondering what's going on in the zoos in Russia. A Russian zoo sued a studio for traumatizing a raccoon in an erotic advertisement.
What?
Yeah, you heard me. This gives a new definition to "she's foaming at the mouth." Oh, yes, it's nothing but low-hanging fruit here at Spooky Talk Show. Don't get used to anything else. Okay, well, how about in San Diego? Let's get a little closer to home. In San Diego, a brewery has successfully made beer from sewage water. And how do you expect me to drink that shit? Alternate punchline. Apparently they haven't heard of Bud Light because it's right there. Just go get yourself one. It's not that hard.
We have them right there.
Yeah, there's some over there, as a matter of fact. Hey, Donald Trump, of course, Donald Trump. How could we go a show without talking about Donald Trump? He refused to shake hands with German Chancellor Angela Merkel. We all saw it. He just wouldn't shake her hand. Apparently, he didn't... Somebody send us some money so we can get Jared some handwriting lessons. These cue cards are like written by a chimpanzee. Apparently, he wanted to get the upper hand, right? But this is the first time he didn't want to touch a woman. This is the first woman he didn't want to touch. That's a straight dish to Merkel, because I think Jared and I both agreed we would not kick her out of bed.
I would murk her.
Would you murk her?
Yes, I would murk her.
Yeah, murk her.
Whatever, I don't know where I was going with that.
You don't know where you're
going.
No.
Yes.
In a couch.
Let's move along, shall we? We're talking about this new perfume. Two of our writers were obsessed with this story. New perfume has promised the scent of a kitten's neck. A kitten's neck. That's the scent you want, a kitten's neck. When you want her face to smell like pussy. That's right. The perfume is called Kitten Fur because that's... we should have rehearsed this show.
Just waiting to Joe to hit it, Jared.
Name.
What's your handwriting?
When you want her face to smell like pussy. Now, the perfume is called Kitten Fur. That's because that name tested better than Desperate and Lonely. That actually wasn't a bad joke. I just suck at reading. I apologize. Tonight on the show, we do have a fantastic show. Kit Haraughty is going to be telling some jokes. Hopefully they're funnier than those. He didn't write those, so it's got to be better. We got to go uphill. Kit Haraughty. And we'll find out what's going on in Kit's world. And then, if that weren't enough, we're going to go old school. That's right. You thought the Matthew Thompson show was old school. We'll show you old school. We've got back from the dead Big Boss Line. They are here. They are not fighting yet. So everybody just be cool. Just be cool. Just keep Bircho from drinking too much. I think we'll be all right. We'll be okay. They're here to play some songs, and they're going to sit on the couch, and I'm going to grill them on some questions that you, the audience, have asked. They didn't really. Okay, so before I can go any further, I got to bring that voiceover that you've been hearing off screen. Of course, my co-host, Jared Lowry. Jared, get in here.
Hey. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What do you got there? Is that one of our Duckman drawings?
Forget about Man Pig.
Well, I have already almost forgot about the man pig, but it's hard to hear you say that. That's surprising.
There is a new animal hybrid that is scaring the shit out of me now.
It's not Dan, is it? Our half man, half duck?
Yes.
He's so nice.
I didn't know who this guy was. I just saw him, and I had to go to a sketch artist.
Yeah, you got an artist rendering of Dan, the half man, half duck.
You're calling him Dan, the Duck Man, Dan?
Well, he's half man, half duck, so Dan, that just kind of made sense.
So yeah, this is
You want to show our audience at home? Camera one here. Can we get a
sketch rendering of Dan? As you can see, the cardigan there and the cargo shorts.
There he is.
I dropped my microphone, of course.
He's been raiding my closet.
He's wearing your clothes.
Yeah, he's wearing my cardigan, my cargo shorts. I don't know what to do, man.
Well, you know, he's a half man, he's a half duck. He's got a lot of problems. Can you just maybe turn a blind eye, cut him a break? Maybe just needed some clothes.
I'm just gonna have to put that on his bill.
Oh, I am just as mad as you are, ladies and gentlemen, because he drew me into that lame joke. I was a part of it. I feel dirty. Listen, I'll make my own lame jokes to read into. All right. Yes. We would like to thank Velveteen Tombstone, I believe, was your
Velveteen
Tombstone was our sketch artist on that. All right. Okay, so before we get into the show, we have got our standard Twitter question, which we asked you last week. What did we say last week?
What is the new sex craze going across America?
Sex crazes sweeping our nation, is what we said. And you gave us some really good ones, and we ignored them, as we do. And so we've written some of our own. Now, feel free to tweet us at Spooky Talk Show. Or if you'd like to, if you're watching live right now, you can chat along in the chat and give us your top sex crazes sweeping the nation. You've got to have a good name and then a short explanation of what the hell it is. So we're going to start with number 5.
Iron fisting.
Iron fisting!
I don't think we have to explain that.
You're right. I think that one needs no explanation. Number 4, the Cash Me Outside. How about that? We don't know what that one is, really. We're too old.
I'm not sure what that is either.
We've heard about it. I've had several people try to explain it to me.
I always say that when I'm at an ATM machine.
No. I like this one. You read this one.
The Curious George.
What is the Curious George?
Where you hide bananas in your butt.
Oh, that's no.
Yeah.
Who is curious? The man in the yellow hat comes and finds them.
Yes.
Is that how that ends up? That's not good. Okay, I like this one. The buffering, where one of you freezes mid-stroke and you see how long they will wait before they reload.
Yes.
It's an internet joke.
I use that one a lot.
All right, number 1. I'm going to read this one because that one sucked, and I like this one regardless. Number 1 is the Rogue One. What's the Rogue One? That's where she makes you wait around with a boner for 2.5 hours and then she just blows up. It's good. It's good. All right, and so feel free to add your comments there to the chat. If anyone does, Jacob will write it down and then he'll give it to us later and we will read those. Otherwise, you should tweet us at Spooky Talk Show for next week's question, which is with one of my favorite kind of unofficial holidays coming up on April 1st, April Fool's Day. Let's hear your best April Fool practical jokes. Now, we're not looking for the standard crap we've already heard of. We want something unique, we want something new, or we'll just make number 1 your mom's dick again, as we tend to do. Well, your mom's dick is a good one. Wait, we've already got one? Camera 2, what? Camera 2 is too blurry. All right, we'll stop using camera 2.
Oh, okay.
That is my favorite position.
Camera 1, camera 2.
Right.
Camera. That's where you've got one cataract and you're pretty sure she's not a stripper. All right.
I'm always pretty sure she's
You're always pretty sure. Okay. So here's what else is going on. Make sure you follow us at Twitter, Spooky Talk Show, and you can hit us up on Instagram at Spooky Talk Show, and you can hit us up on Facebook at Spooky Talk Show. We've also got a Patreon campaign and a Cafe Press campaign going, both at Spooky Talk Show. And that way you can get yourself a little something, either access to some bonus content or pick up a t-shirt or a coffee mug. But we'd also like to mention this week, we've just set up a GoFundMe page. I know you're going, yeah, how many fundraisers are you going to do? Well, we got to do this one because otherwise we're going to run out of Spooky Talk Show money and we'll just have no money at all, and then there'll be no more Spooky Talk Show. So if you want to hit our GoFundMe page, it's gofundme.com/Spooky Talk Show, and give us even $1. We would love it even if you gave us $1. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. $1. If 5 of you gave us $1, we would have $5, and that's $5 more than we have right now.
$5 more than I have, yeah.
That's, well, the money won't go to you though.
Oh, okay.
It'll go to the show. We'll keep the internet bill going mostly.
I'll just start my own GoFundMe.
We would also like to give a shout out to our stage manager Bob, who couldn't be here but did help us out with some new cameras. So
yes, thank you, Bob.
Bob, thank you, Bob. I assume you're watching at home. So Bob, thank you for the cameras. We didn't have time to set the focus on them, and that's my bad. But next week they'll look real good, I bet. Probably.
I hope so.
Or not.
Maybe they'll be blurry.
We don't really care that much. Also, it's hard to focus because I'm just naturally blurry. So I know it's just.
You're like Sasquatch.
I am like Sasquatch. Every time you take a picture of me, I'm just blurry.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all the stuff. We will mention next week we have the Brian Nolan Band is going to be here. And I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. There's a word that the Brian Nolan Band is bringing, kind of a ringer on keyboards, and by the name of Stephen Winter. You guys know Stephen Winter? Anybody? Yeah. Now, Stephen Winter plays around this area quite a bit in a number of bands, and from what I understand, he is amazing. But he's also the brother of Alex Winter, I've been told. Because he looks just, yeah, so he looks, because somebody told me that, I was like, really? And then I looked at him and I'm like, it's Alex Winter with a beard and long hair, so okay, I'll buy that. So I think it'll be kind of cool for Alex Winter's brother to do a talk show, because how many talk shows has Alex Winter done? Probably quite a few. How many has his brother done? Probably none, so maybe we'll be his first. And we'll ask him a bunch of Bill and Ted questions, and he'll be like, what? What do you, I don't, what? Huh? And that'll just be funny for me. Okay, so that's coming up next week. You'll make sure you want to tune in. He may punch me in the face, because it may be something that, you know, I don't.
When are we going to get Dog Star on?
Dog Star, Keanu Reeves band. Now, you go right ahead and start that letter writing campaign. I know that's what you're good at.
Yeah.
So you get right on that. Okay, so I think we are all set for some comedy. You guys ready for something funny? Yes. Oh God, I am. Holy Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to show you guys our GoFundMe graphic one more time. There it is. And then you give your mic to Kit there, and then you, yeah, and then okay. And so I'm just going to vamp a little bit while we do a little change. No, you stand up and you're going to do your set. We should have talked about this. We're not real prepared here at Spooky Talk Show, but you just keep looking at the graphic that says GoFundMe.com/Spooky Talk Show, and holy Jesus! And that's when everything fell apart, and okay. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, the thing in the other room has suddenly made its first appearance to our studio audience. Stand up, you jack. Have you ever done a stand-up set sitting down? It's stand-up comedy, you lazy bastard.
I have, but I want to nuzzle up with
Jacob is setting up your camera now. You guys just at home, you just keep watching that GoFundMe.com. If you donated $1 to the GoFundMe.com/Spooky Talk Show, then maybe we would have enough money to maybe do a rehearsal or something like that, and the shows wouldn't be so off the cuff. Or maybe we get a sponsor. What if we got a sponsor and then there was like a commercial in the middle of our show where we could change over god-awful stuff like that. So, all right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the comedy stylings of Kit Haraughty!
Hey! Thank you very much. I want to say thank you for the Spooky Talk Show having me. Thank you, Josh the Devil, for having me, and Jared. Yes. A lot of fun. He's a fun co-host.
You don't have to lie. It's okay.
I'm looking forward to doing a lot of highbrow humor here this evening. So, So I'm taking a piss in Hibernia, and it's a very crowded area. It's a very intimate little spot for 4 guys to try and be taken a leak at once. And somebody farted, and I got scared. And the reason I got startled was because it sounded like a female voice going, "Hello." And then it was punctuated with a so I was like, oh, okay, somebody farted. I was let off the hook right away. Okay, there's not somebody in here. There's not somebody creeping in here. But funny thing about that joke, I told that joke at the joint when there happened to be like 4 teenagers in the audience, and there was like this kid named Sam because people have been fucking with him all night, and he was like 14. And as soon as I told that joke, he farted. He just like a 14-year-old chili beer fart. And I stopped. Was like, wow, that was very well coordinated. Good for you, sir. You're a very responsive colon. Never lose that. Telling the kid, farts are always funny. Farts are never going to not be funny. So don't, break your spirit because of what adults tell you. But when he farted, Amber Glaze. Everybody know Amber Glaze?
Yeah.
The green. She's been on the show. Yeah, the green-haired comedian. She was right next to the kid and just goes, "No," and gets up and leaves the main showroom. It was like she was a bulimic and she couldn't puke, and she was like, no, no, and she just leaves. I'm like, oh, we got a runner, folks. But what I like about that's a fart joke within a fart joke. It's a flatuliception. No, so I'm Mexican, and it just recently came to my attention that nobody can tell that I'm a Mexican. And it's not just that, it's when they find out, they're just astonished. Just the reactions I get. Wait, it's like I just told them that Joan Rivers was my mom. And they're like, really? Really? No, I don't see it. Wow, that just blows my mind. And I'm like, yeah, she's just mom, But it's I'd spin heads around like somebody will be. Wait, you said what? You are what? You are a what? It's like an old episode of Haraughty. Feminist flight attendants wrapped in bacon all this week on Haraughty. You're a what? I didn't know you. This whole time you've been and I've been talking to I'm like, yeah. And but it's really funny. Like my father-in-law had no idea until that I was Mexican until after the wedding. And I'm told that went over like a shit balloon because he was like he evidently stared into space for like 5 minutes and was like, okay. And I'm like, well, I was like, honey, did he have a palpitation or anything? She was just like, no. I'm like, well, then you need to fucking do it right. I wanted to be the one to deliver this information to him. This could have been the big one. That whole fucking lumber yard, that could be ours if you just let me handle shit. And so I'm really mean to my ex-wife. Her name was Tiffany. Tiphani. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a red flag I chose to ignore. The Tiphani, the atomic weight of cobalt, the Thundercat insignia, 4 M's and a silent Q, and that spells Tiffany. But you have to understand, her personality is a lot like an axe wound to the face. In the sweltering summer heat while it rains lemonade. So that's what I had to put up with for 10 years. So
That doesn't sound pleasant.
Wasn't. But we always had movies. We enjoyed movies together. I always loved the movies of the 1970s and 80s because no matter what you kind of horrible scarring shit you put in your movie, it's cool as long as there's epic dancing. Like, did anyone see Saturday Night Fever? What do you remember about Saturday Night Fever? Travolta just owning it like a boss on the dance floor, light up dance floor. And he was just owning it. But nobody remembers the fact that in that movie, there was a young, pretty girl that was chasing Travolta around. She, at the very end of the movie, gets gang raped by like 12 of his friends and then falls to her death, watches one of the guys falls to his death off of a bridge. Oh, but the dancing. Oh, everybody, the dancing. Oh my. And, and I know you all remember this classic. Now I had a hasty abortion, and I owe it to your dad. Poor Penny, the dance partner for Swayze. She gets her cervix almost sliced open by not a surgeon with a rusty knife and a fold-out table. Oh, but the dancing! Oh, the dancing involved. Are you kidding me? Come on. And of course, by the time the 1980s rolled around, I was all about music videos. You remember MTV back when they played music videos? Music videos were culturally relevant. But I know all of you have heard this song. You're not going to remember it as Benny Mardone's "Into the Night," but it's just a song that everybody's heard, and I thought it was a beautiful ballad for decades until I listened to the words, and then I had to purchase it. The first line of the song is, "She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone," they said. Whoa! Whoa! Somebody thought that was a good idea. Benny Mardones runs into an office building. "Hey guys, for my next platinum hit, I'm gonna go rapey." And then, "All right, Benny, you have to go really, really obvious though." "All right, can do, man. We're gonna do this." And the music video for Pat Benatar's "Love is a Battlefield." You remember that one, where all the whores build a wall and they stand up against the tyranny of the pimp, and they start getting them with the shoulder action. And for some reason, this shit starts working. And then they start giving him this shimmy, like he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, I can't deal with this shoulder action." And it completely immobilizes his bitch slapping hand for some reason. He's like, "Must slap bitches." Like Superman on Kryptonite, "Cannot slap bitches." And all the hookers win, and they meet in a drainage ditch, hug each other, and they leave. You never hear that shit on the news. That would have been my favorite job ever, to be a newscaster, because everything you say sounds really important. "Today the moon hit your eye like a big pizza pie. Scientists believe that's to be amore." 65% of millennials agree that OMG, they just can't even. To which the young dipshit replied, "Cash me outside, how about da?" Back to you. But another job I'd love to have is a self-defense instructor. I tried, and they didn't care for my techniques. It's for real-time sake. You know, you're in a bar situation, somebody gets in your face, grab them by the throat, and when they go, "Ah!" you shove a shot glass in his mouth, poof, quick uppercut. They don't prefer that type of activity at the YWCA, so that I didn't last long. But did you know that it only takes 9 pounds of pressure to remove a human ear? Duh. So you get into fisticuffs and or shenanigans, hold on to the ear for dear life, and just keep punching the fucker in the head. And now you have a trophy of the last bitch that crossed you. I call that technique the Van Go Fuck Yourself. That's going to go down in history along with Monkey Snatches Grapes. It's going to live in infamy. But I have dark thoughts. Dark thoughts creep in there, like say I'm in traffic, somebody cuts me off, and I get flashes to, has anybody seen the movie Snatch by Guy Ritchie. Has anybody seen Guy Ritchie's Snatch?
Yes. Yes.
You.
And I don't mean Madonna. No, there's a character named Bricktop in the movie Snatch. And he's the kind of motherfucker, if you cross him in any way, he takes a mini sledge and your hand and he crushes your hand into dust. And so if I'm driving and somebody cuts me off, I think to myself, you're always going to have problems disposing of the body in one piece. Apparently, the thing to do is to cut the body into 6 separate pieces and pile them all together. And now that you've got your 6 pieces, you've got to get rid of them. And it's no good leaving them in the deep freeze for your mum to discover now, is it? So always be mindful of any man who keeps a pig farm. It will take at least 16 pigs to do the job in one sitting, so you've got to shave the heads of the victims and pull out the teeth for the sake of the piggy's digestion. Now, you could do this after, but you don't want to go sifting through pig shit now, do you? They will go through bone like butter. It will take the pack of pigs approximately 8 minutes to go through a body that weighs 200 pounds. That means that one pig will eat 2 pounds of human flesh every minute. Hence the expression, as greedy as a pig. And that's just in traffic. Can you imagine me at Kroger's? I delve into the dark shit for that. But I've always, since I was a kid, I just had really dark thoughts. I always wanted there to be more cursing in Disney movies. Like, I always wanted to know what was on Grumpy's mind. I mean, he was pissed the whole time. He would sit in the corner and just, you son of a bitch. There's 7 of us in this little shit house, and now who the fuck is she? I'm a bitch. And I always thought there should be like a dogfight between Pluto and Goofy. And it wouldn't take very long because, of course, Goofy has opposable thumbs. So he would just choke the shit out of them and just keep talking shit. Well, that's what you get for fucking with me. Gosh. That's what I got here for tonight, folks. Thank you very much. I'm going to send you back over to Josh.
Kit Haraughty!
Thank you.
Oh.
How's it
Kit,
going?
thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming by and doing this for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Our guys didn't rough you up too bad, did they?
No, it was a lot of fun. Well, not, anyone I'm used to.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. It was like prom.
That's what we wanted.
So the ball gag and the handcuffs.
Ball
that's
gag,
all.
the bearded midgets, and the clown porn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So pretty typical Sunday night.
What are you gonna do, bar mitzvahs?
Bar mitzvahs. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Let's. What's been going on in Kitland? What have
Just-
you got going on?
Well, what I'm going to be at a review showcase this weekend, the Paul Hodges showcase at the Lobby Bar.
Okay.
And
So if you're here local, check out the Lobby Bar this weekend.
Lobby Bar on Friday.
Great
Friday.
It's a blast. When you walk in, you are on stage. It's great.
All right. What else is going on?
Spooky Talk Show.
Spooky Talk Show's
I'm
going on.
supposed to do
that's
something
right.
with Spooky Talk Show eventually sometime.
Eventually? Okay.
Coming up here pretty soon, I think. Nobody's called me.
Okay. We'll get somebody on that.
Right.
Confused.
Me too. I don't know what that means. I'm sweating like a bitch in here, though.
It's
I need
yeah,
some beer.
some beer.
Some cold
Grab
beer.
a beer. You deserved it after
I
your
should get a
set.
beer.
You
I'm
should
gonna
get
grab
a beer.
I couldn't
Jared
make
could get
it.
a beer for you. He's
Don't
good
go
for
all. Don't make
something.
the long, lonely walk over there just for me.
Pick him out a good one now.
That's a good one. Oh, thank you
you
very
go.
much. I couldn't take your last beer.
Okay, so Kit, you actually work here on the Spooky Talk Show, writing, trying to keep our audience from talking so loud that the mic picks them up. They didn't even hear what I said. They're talking
It's okay. It's giggles.
So-
Giggles are fun.
So they're clearly not listening to us. So you came in tonight with some jokes, and then of course some of our other writers had some jokes, and but you were able to actually win the battle to perform the actual set. You actually battled Paul Hodge to for the set. It was I said
I won it
you
with
guys work it out, choose your weapon.
It was an elbow strike to the collarbone. That was
Ooh,
what.
the
That was what.
collarbone.
That's what. I think went down the final strike, the final blow. He was a good contender though. He did he was the monkey in the grapes guy.
Monkey.
Actually, I think it's monkey steals the peaches. Monkey steals the peaches.
All right.
So he almost
That
had
makes
me.
more sense. That makes more sense.
It makes you mad.
Well, of course, that does mean, that this means that although you won, when Paul comes on and does his set, you have to sit with the ball gag in your mouth at his feet, and every time you don't get a laugh, then you get to shock him with our little stun gun. So, I'm sorry. No, he gets to shock you. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. I'm getting your hopes up. He does his set, and you get on the floor, and every time he doesn't get a laugh, then he sticks you with.
He
the
has to shock
he
my
shocks
testicles.
you.
I'm still cool with that.
Oh,
I still think
testicles?
Make this
I
as
think that's-
homoerotic as possible.
But the dancing.
I think we could make that happen.
Paul's imitation of you actually got better laughs than your jokes.
Then my actual
That's,
set.
and anything in the monologue, which was weird. It was weird. Two of our writers tonight came with the same jokes. That's either a good sign, we all have the like-minded, or a sign that we need to get other writers in here.
Or it's a sign that they called each other ahead of time and they're fucking with you.
God damn assholes.
Bitch, this whole illusion they've created.
I don't own a phone.
Oh, well, there you go.
Jared doesn't own a phone. The Dan the Duck Man and the Pig Man have made him so paranoid.
I live like it's the 1930s, basically.
Well, watch out for Hitler. He's a bad egg.
Yeah.
Who's Hitler?
Oh, okay.
Skinny guy, blonde, I don't know.
Okay, well, real quick before we bring out Big Boss Line to do whatever the hell it is they do, I want to thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Performing
you
your
for the
set.
beer, for
Oh,
the
of
golden
course.
beer.
And I want to thank you for just working on the show and throwing jokes at us, because these guys don't get paid. They come over here every week. They contribute their jokes. Sometimes we use them, sometimes they don't. And even if we don't, they still show up the next week. Can you believe that?
Right? Well, you know what's funny?
They each get one spoonful of peanut butter to keep their protein levels up. And this week you sweated enough, we gave you a beer, but then that's it. That's all they get. So maybe if you donated at GoFundMe.com/SpookyTalkShow or Patreon.com/SpookyTalkShow, then we could buy some pizzas or something, and they could actually get something. Hell, if we raised enough money, I would have pizzas for the studio audience.
You wouldn't say hell no.
And, that would help me, because even if the jokes didn't get any funnier, I think a well-fed audience, as long as we provide the pizzas after we require the laughter, like we dangle the pizzas in front of them and laugh and you get pizza, I think we could get, I think our studio audience would be really confused, why are they laughing so hard
word
at these
would get
shitty
out.
dick jokes? But it's because there's pizza.
The word would get
The
out,
word
and
would
then,
get
and then
out.
everybody would expect it.
Ooh, well,
See?
all right, well.
Well, but still, smiles are smiles.
Smiles are smiles. All right. Or we could skip the pizza and we could just go straight to more nitrous oxide. More nitrous oxide, please!
Which is actually, I think...
Let's get it to about 40% for another 10 minutes, and then we'll back it down.
I think I'm supposed to be on that trigger.
Oh, are you on the trigger?
I'm supposed to be on the nitrous oxide trigger.
All right, well, then let's get
I've already blown it.
All right, well,
I'm going to get fired.
We can't fire you because we don't have anybody else to take your place. So we're going to throw it to our very special guest for the night. These gentlemen go way back here in the Little Rock scene. You probably won't recognize them, but you are about to. And I know, exactly. What? Those are the kinds of things you'll hear on Spooky Talk Show. Things that make you go, what? And also, lame. But our next guests are in fact not lame. We convinced them with a number of different ways to come back out of retirement and play a few songs here for us tonight. And if we ask really nicely, we might even get them on the couch to talk a little bit about their history. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Boss Line.
Woo! Yay!
Early. What? You wrote it.
No, you wrote this one.
It's a little too late.
What's that?
I was drunk. I don't write shit when I'm drunk.
I know. You wrote the next one too. Can you remember it?
Was I drunk when I wrote it?
Yeah.
Well, then I don't remember.
Okay, then let's play it.
This next song is called, what is it called?
Fucking sure.
Oh, yeah, man. Sure, man.
Count that one off.
What'd you say?
Count that one.
Count it off,
You can
motherfucker.
count.
Hold it, hold it. Don't let him count nothing.
Just listen. 1, 2, 3.
Standing on the alley, just barrel and bird. Stick my head somewhere down there, one range. Unaware the festivities had begun. I'm falling to a crowded street. Belligerent, out of control. Last call. Here we go. I fall to an alley and land on a friend. He picked me up and took me into a titty bar. We met some nice girls that take us home. We got lucky, I don't know. Belligerent, out of control. Last call. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, man, sure. Thank you. I told you I didn't write that.
Hey,
You play the Billy Bell.
hey, you fellas, come on over here and sit on the couch with
You
me.
don't want one more song?
Everybody, one more song? All right, play one more
This
song.
is like a minute long.
Should we let him play another one?
Yeah! Do it.
Which
10,
one?
10 to 12.
All right.
Oh, somebody messed up.
Are you
Me
sure
or you?
you want to play another song?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Tall and bulletproof. You said some liquor, he's an instant asshole. Different tall and bulletproof. You said some liquor, he's an instant asshole. I like my liquor and I drink a lot. I get in fights with my old lady. I run off, I get hit by a Lincoln. I come back home and I start it all over. Temper tall and a bulletproof. You said some liquor, he's an instant asshole. Temper tall and a bulletproof. You said some liquor, I'm an instant asshole.
that one, but all right, give us just a second. We'll get these boys over here. Jared, get the hell out the way. Get out of the way.
Yeah, I can sit over there, Jake.
Come on, Brett, sip my lap,
Holy moly.
We haven't been this close in 10 years.
Surely, can we get Brent in the shot there? Brent's over there somewhere.
Your finger? These are my hands, buddy.
It's something else.
I'll get in close. Hey, Kit, would you grab one of those microphones? No, the microphones. And yeah, bring that one. Turn it that way. Yeah.
Shit, let me grab a chair.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, come on, Candy.
He told me to fuck.
No. Bring it. Put it right here. Put it right here in front of him. Yeah, that's good. Well, put it right between these guys. We got one.
I'm cool.
I got this one right. I got this one right here. Here, Brian. Let's put this one. You're the hardest to understand. No offense, but
I have no idea what you're talking about. I am an American citizen, motherfucker.
Hell, he's been here long enough to get that slang down.
Oh, laying buddy ahead, you.
Let's see if I can do that. There we go.
Let's hear your southern drawl.
I'm doing it right now.
All right. So we've got Brian, Brett, Brent, and Bircho.
So he's been called B.
Yeah, no kidding. It is the B band, Big Boss B band.
I'm a drummer. I'm used to it.
So,
I'm not. What?
hold on. Wait till Jacob sits down. He's got you in one of those shots, I bet, or something.
There you go. There we go. Just don't fart, motherfucker.
All right, so gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure.
You have not, when was the last, you did a little reunion show a couple years back. I was fortunate enough to catch one of them. When was that? How many years ago was that?
What was it? Vino's 25th?
25th?
November before last.
Okay, so that's only been a couple years. Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys started way back in, now this is conflicting. Brian thinks it was more like 92. He was thinking it was 92, but Bircho, you're saying more like spring of 94?
There was a lot of drugs.
It was.
Well,
Okay, and whatever Brent says it was.
Well, let's go with Brent. Brent, when do you recall? When was the first show? Right, twins' birthday party?
I think it was 94.
It was the twins' birthday party.
94, twins' birthday party at Vino's, which I hear was just debauchery. Tell me what was different, because the things you said happened at Vino's, I have not heard of a Vino show where things like that happen. I don't want to get, we don't have to get anybody in any trouble, but it was more than
the Evans.
nobody.
And nobody shot the Vino sign in the back.
All right, well that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Not that day.
9mm.
Not that
slugs.
day.
So that was the first show. That was the first show. I mean, did you guys pull it off? Was it a great first
We
show?
only made it through half the song. The bass player before that, he forgot the song and he decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and play it off. And all I see is he had his string, man, bass string. And he was winging it around like a fucking helicopter. And
You can say fucking it's
Yeah,
YouTube.
and,
That's all right.
the next thing I know, that was the end of the set. I just see him around, dragging it by its string. So, that was the
And he's in the middle of Chester Street,
first show.
completely out like a light.
Yeah, our second show, I know it was a show, I just don't remember.
Is that when that truck hit me?
Yeah.
That explains so much. For years, that
course-
explains so many things.
And then, of course, there was the legalized heroin and murder.
Right,
t-shirt.
your T-shirts. I
That
was
went down like a fucking lead
I
balloon.
remember it. All right, so let's talk about that for just a moment, because there's a lot of people who never got to see you guys, but because of the T-shirts and when you kind of equip everyone you equip all the staff in a bar with your T-shirts, well, then they're going to keep wearing those shirts. And so every time I went to Vino's, there was a member of the staff wearing a shirt that said legalize heroin and murder. I didn't know that was a band. I thought that was a movement or something. I was like, I don't know about, punk rock is really extreme.
If you were seeing somebody wearing that shirt at Vino's, it was probably one of the band.
It might have been, who was still working there. Okay, well, so I have to ask, who came up with that? Brett, was that your little brain nugget?
No,
that was me.
That was Brian. That was you.
I had a dear friend in Scotland, one of the first punk rockers ever in Glasgow, Johnny, Big Johnny Mac, and he had a black leather jacket, and on the back it said "Legalize amphetamines and murder." And I just thought I'd take it just one step
One
down.
step further. What's up?
And of course, the three of these guys were like, "Oh fuck yeah, me!"
Oh yeah. Do you guys remember?
You got any?
Those were good-looking shirts. Were those handmade, or did you guys have like a pro screen? I mean, it looked like they looked good.
Oh, Rod Bryan did the
okay,
front.
okay.
Callahan was well one today.
I was kind of wondering if they were sent to a proper screen printing place who looked at that and went,
it was all
no,
homemade.
okay, it was all homemade. Well, they did a great job.
Yeah, they turned us down. Yeah.
Now you guys made a pretty big impact in the local scene. There's still people talk about stories. You guys definitely influenced a good more than a couple of handful of local bands. So, if it was 94, how long did you guys last? You guys were barely around. Did you guys?
95.
95, right? So do you think a full year?
Oh yeah.
You think
A year.
Yeah, we made more than a year.
made more than a year? How many shows do you think you played in that year?
Oh shit, man. Fuck.
As many as it does.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Oh shit.
It's
How
the
many
best-
times did we
it's the
play-
Sometimes at Vino's it was like 3 a
it was the
week.
best train
Yeah.
that hit the town.
You guys were almost the house band there at Vino's for a little while.
Us in Go Fast.
That was mainly just to pay our rent for the practice space.
Right,
We
yeah.
played a show for free.
But the nicest thing that anybody ever said about Big Boss Line was Michael Keckhaver in the Little Rock Free Press when he said, if Johnny Cash kept taking the pills and joined the Stooges, it'd sound like. And we were like, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Tattooed right here.
Very nice. Now, Michael Keckhaver we know as Sterno,
Sterno,
who helped at least this area learn about the Church of the Subgenius.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
He definitely spread that message around locally quite a while. If you don't know, can anybody find him online? Are his ramblings online? Well, yeah, but I mean, for our viewers at home, his brain does not function like anyone else's.
Type in Rev Sterno. on
Reverend
YouTube,
Sterno
that's it.
on Reverend Sterno. Run some searches for him, because if there is any peek into his brain, that's pretty good entertainment. I would have him on, except he probably wouldn't stop talking. I think.
Oh, he's
I'm
great,
afraid he
man.
would just.
He's value for
we'd have
money.
we'd have to have a 3 or 4 hour show with him or something.
Yeah, he might take your job.
Well, he's not fucking coming on then. That's settled. All right. So you guys were right a little bit over a year. What ended it? Was it just were you guys just done? Was there sometimes there's a big drunken blow up show or a fist fight?
No, that was every show.
That was every show. So you'd had enough with the fist fights and the drunken blow ups, and it was just time to call it quits.
How many times did we break up?
I don't know. I remember there was another thing. There was another thing that
We
somebody.
just all show up at practice.
There was another thing that somebody wrote in the Free Press that said, sometimes it gets to the stage when they can't get to the stage. I was like proud of that one. I was like, yeah, because we were fucking hammered all the time.
Oh, well, I love that. You know, I kind of want you guys to do. You guys think if get them to do another song?
Yeah! We can do one.
Because see, I can ask, but if the crowd asks, then you have to do it.
Oh,
right?
thank you.
So,
It's just a suggestion unless
is-
it's written on a $20 bill, right?
Let's do it.
all right, a studio audience, start putting that $20 together. But it has to be a $20 bill. So form it amongst yourselves, and then we'll cash that in and get a $20 bill, and then we can write one more song on it. And what? All right, while the band is setting up, one more time, we do have the Brian Nolan Band is going to be here next week. Da Vinci Chops is going to be here telling us fantastic, funny jokes. So once again, you get another funny stand-up set, making my pathetic monologue look even more pathetic. Please hit us up at Twitter, Spooky Talk Show, Instagram, Spooky Talk Show, Patreon, Spooky Talk Show, Cafe Press, Spooky Talk Show. And now GoFundMe.com/Spooky Talk Show, which is really our best option right now because we're really trying to keep the lights on and the internet going so we can keep doing this for you every week. We've got some great potential guests lined up for the second half of this season, and we've got some amazing prospects lined up for potentially next season. Don't walk right in front of the damn camera, kid. Jesus.
Kid!
Well, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, kids.
Kid.
do with that guy.
You're supposed to, every time I say Kit, you should say, yes, Michael, and if you don't do that, you're fucking fired. All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Big Boss Line. Funny stand-up and the Brian Nolan Band. And before I go, I got to give away a copy of Hamlet 2. Hamlet.
I'll pass.
That's right, you're thinking they made a sequel to Hamlet? Yes, they did. The sequel to Hamlet, better than the original. Not a reboot. Wait, is it a reboot? It might be a reboot. All right, Hamlet 2. I'm going to just toss it up. All right. Here you go.